welcome back to Let's Talk Ninjago. Today we have another Thursday tier list. We're going to be doing every Dragon's Rising suit for the main ninja and new ninja, technically main ninja. So yeah, with that said, before we get into the video, I just want to say next week expect about 4 videos. We'll be doing my first vlog of me going to the Lego store getting the June 1st sets. Then of the sets I get, I'll be doing reviews for them. So a lot to look forward to on the channel. Make sure you subscribe, keep up with it. And yeah, with that said, let's get into the tier list. So for tiers, here, I think we might create our own tiers. We'll go peak, just perfect suit. We'll go near peak. We'll go great. Go good. Mid or meh. And bad. Or yeah, we'll go bad. Okay, so pretty clear what each tier resembles. So yeah, with that said, let's get into the first suit. We have, I believe they're called Urban or just Child Aaron. I'll go good. There's not much to say. It's very similar to Aaron's Season 1 outfit. I like the little symbol he's got with the hood. It's a good suit. There's not much to talk about. Same with his urban outfit from part 1 of season 1. I do like the hood piece. I just don't really like how the blue mixes with the orange/yellow. But I really like the hood piece with the hair. That's pretty good. So I'd go good again. Same for the urban Aaron with Lloyd's core hood. Still good, but it's the same thing. The Imperium Disguise Aaron would probably go... I'd go good again, like it's just the basic Imperium design. Maybe meh, because it's pretty basic, but I do like it. Then we've got the original Aaron suit. I kind of want to go, I really like this suit. Great or near peak? We'll give it near peak. I think it's a great suit. Very good for Aaron's first suit. I love the hood. The mixes of colors, the orange arm. Obviously the figure is a little bit different, but we're talking about in the show. So I'd go near peak. Then we've got tournament suit for Aaron. I'd go great. I'm not the biggest fan of the blue mask. It just looks a bit off. But then again, you look at his later on variants, especially season 4, and it makes a bit more sense. Blue is a main color, for Aaron. So not a big deal. But yeah, it's a great suit. I like most of the tournament suits. Then I kind of want to go peak for this suit. We've got the season 3 Aaron suit. Yeah, we'll go peak for this. This is a great suit. I love the use of his original colors. It's sort of a mix of like Raz's colors with Aaron's season 1 suit, if you know what I mean. Obviously, you've got mainly the torso I'm talking about is his season 1 suit because he's still got the dragon like he does, but it's now more of like a pinky type dragon, bit more evil you could say. I like the addition of more stuff on his legs, just makes him look a bit more prepared, stuff like that. And then the black arm with the black hood sort of shows how he's changed. A lot more darker of a character, a lot more cynical, a bit more like edgy, I guess you could say. So I'm a huge fan of this suit. One of my favorite suits in all of Dragon's Rising, to be honest. And then we have Aaron's most recent suit, the season 4 part 1 suit, or season 4 in general suit. I'm still a little bit split on this suit. I do like it, but it's just not, something doesn't feel perfect about it. I don't know. I'll go great for now, I reckon. Now we'll get into Cole's. Core Cole can go... I'm not the biggest fan of Core Cole. I'll go good. I don't like the sand color pants. I don't think they suit Cole at all. Especially on the figure, less in the show. But on the figure, it feels very weird how it's black all the way down and then just switches to sand color. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Cole's core suit. I do like the use of orange with the black, one side orange, stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. I am a fan of the core suits in general. But Cole's probably one of the weaker core suits. So, yeah. Then we have his season 1 suit. I'd probably go great. Overall, the season 1 suits for the OG Ninja are quite basic, but they do a great job at just being like an introductory suit. There's not too much detail. It's pretty simple. You've all got the robes, the hoods, the little. I really like the sort of scarf bottom bit of the hood. How for the ninja it actually stays there. Wish that could happen with the sets, but obviously that'd be a lot harder. But I do like the season 1 suits, so I'd go great for that. Then we have his rock design. I'd go from season 1 specifically. I'd go great again. It's pretty good. Not much to say with this. It's just cool as a bunch of rocks, but it looks pretty cool. Not peak, but pretty good. Then we have the mech suit Cole. I'm not. Mech suit Cole. I'd probably go good. It's just some of Cole's suits don't really stand out that much, and this is one of them. He barely wore it. Doesn't make sense that he's got it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the mech suits. On the other hand, the climber suits I am a big fan of. I'll go. I might go near peak for Cole's climber suit. I really like this suit. A lot of black on it. You've got the orange highlights. The gold mask bit I really like. I love the climber suits. They're probably my favorite Dragons Rising suits. So you'll see that as the tier list goes on. I'm pretty biased towards the climber suits. But yeah, I'll go near peak for that. Then Cole's tournament suit. Obviously, he has the orange mask, which does take away a little bit, even though I don't think it looks great with the black mask. I've seen it with both. I'll go. I just like the general design of the tournament suits, though, so we'll go great. Then his mech suit, good. It's a bit awkward, especially in the show. It feels very forced that it's even in the show. Like, why do the rest of the ninja have the tournament suits? Cole finds a random mech, gets a random suit from his mum. I get that she was there when she competed in the tournament of sources, but it just feels a bit. It's one of those times where it really feels like this is just here for the set, which I don't like. It feels a bit awkward. But as a suit, it's alright. Bit bulky with the shoulder pads. Very white, which does not suit Cole at all. Especially with the same hood as the mech suit hood. It's a bit of a mixed together figure. It doesn't feel like a Cole suit. It feels like a suit he got for the mech, if you know what I mean. Yeah, not the biggest fan. Then we have the storm suit Cole. I'll go good. Cole's storm suit is one of the better ones, but I just don't really like the storm suits that much. They're alright, but the masks are good. But there's a lot of grey on Cole, which I don't think suits him that well, and it's just a bit of a boring suit for him, I'd say. That's my main thing. Then we have I believe what are they called? The spectral suits. There we go. Cole's spectral suit. This as a figure, I'm not the biggest fan of this. Obviously, with the under hood piece, the bottom hood piece, Cole's hair is too big to suit that, so it's a bit awkward with that. In terms of the show, I do like the design, but it's just good, I think. Then we have the Cole mech sort of rock creature from season 4. I'm actually going to go near peak for this. This is better than the set to me. I really like this design. I'm glad. I know a lot of people were complaining Cole's not in his Draconis form. He's literally in the photo that was leaked for part 2, so don't worry. Like, why are people freaking out? We literally saw a photo of him in the show in it. I don't know why you're freaking out. And we got to see him in this suit, whatever you want to call it, mech. And yeah, I don't really get the complaints. I think that's a sick suit. So I'll go near peak for that. Then we have the Draconis suits. I'm actually quite a big fan of the Draconis suits. I'll go great for Cole's. And then his Draconis form as well. I think I'll go great as well. Not the best Draconis form suit. Maybe near peak, I think. I really like the Draconis forms, especially in the show. They look good on the figures, don't get me wrong. But in the show, they just got this nice pop with them. I think it might be the eyes, because obviously the eyes have been coming out since 2023, but we never saw them in the show, which was very weird. But we finally see them, and they really pop because they're like glowing and the rest of the face is so dark. It really accentuates the eyes and makes them look different in a very unique and cool way. I really like specifically the Draconis form suits. So I'd go near peak for Cole's Draconis. Then we have Frack. I like Frack's tournament suit. It's very similar to like Cinder and Jordana's. I'd probably go great. This is a good suit for Frack. Obviously, he changes to a ninja suit, but I do like this suit. The armor piece is very cool. Wish we got this as a figure. But yeah, no complaints with this. I'd probably go great. Then we have Frack's Season 3 Part 1 suit. I'm a big fan of this suit. I think it's very starter ninja, if you get what I mean. Very, like a basic suit, but suits Frack quite well. Easily Frack's best. So I'll go great for that. And then we have his Season 3 Part 2 suit. I'm not the biggest fan. I might even go meh for this suit. It feels very, especially compared to Frack's previous two designs, it feels very bland and a bit just boring. Like gray, and you get the green is a nice color, don't get me wrong, but I'm not the biggest fan of it mixed with the gray. The hood is cool, but I mean, the hood does stop us from getting actual frack head, so that might be holding a bit of weight. But I'll go meh for this. Not my favorite. Then we have Core J. I'll go great for Core J. I like the yellow. It looks really good, especially on the mask. Core J is one of my favorite core suits, so we'll go great. Administration J, meh. It's not bad, but it's just J in a suit. I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen it before, really, but there's not much to say. Now we have a peak design. Jay has a couple peak designs, I'll be honest. I remember when this figure, the preliminary images came out, early 2024. Oh my god, this figure was so sick. He had the robot, whatever, eyes, and the hype when this figure got revealed, I think it was before, no, it might have just been after Part 1 came out. Whew, the hype was crazy. I couldn't wait to get this figure and just see what happened. Obviously, it might have not been handled the best. Pretty well, I think, but not perfect. But the figure itself and the suit is so good. The bright yellow belt, the zaps of lightning on his torso with the blue bits on top. The shoulder pad's nice. The hood is good. Yeah, just a great suit, peak. Then we have his rogue suit. I'm also going to go peak, especially when he has in Season 3 Part 1, there we go. When he has the mask with the hat on, that might be the best design in Dragons Rising to me. It's so sick when he has the mask and he's got the bit of the muffled voice. That is just sick. When he's fighting Aaron on the ship, that might be one of Jay's best designs. Like, it's so unique to him. I don't have a problem with the Unagami hair. I know lots of people do. But I think it suits Jay, more of a samurai look, which suits the rogue outfit. And it's kind of a little callback. If it was another ninja, I'd get it. But with it being Jay specifically, it's more of a nice, obviously he doesn't remember, but it's a nice callback to Unagami. Him sharing the same hair. Like, I like it. I don't get the complaints as much as other people do. People were hating on it. But to me, it's pretty cool. Then we have the Draconis suit Jay. I'll go great here, and then I'll put the Draconis form in. Do I go peak or near peak? We'll go near peak. Lots of bright yellow, which I do like, but I do think there's a better Draconis form, which we'll get to. But I'm a big fan of the Draconis forms. Jay's is really good. Obviously, his first suit back being a ninja, being his Draconis form is pretty cool. So we'll go near peak for that. Then we have Kai's Kai's core suit. There we go. Again, I'll go. Is it better than Cole's? It is better than Cole's. I like the yellow on Kai's. I do have a problem with it's on Lloyd. Yeah, I have a problem with most of the core suits with their legs. Mainly Lloyd. It's not on Nia or Zane, but the rest. The legs are really weird, especially on the figures, because the figure You've got the red, say for Kai, you've got the red hood, and then you've got the red torso. But then it just goes down, and then it's like, I believe Kai's is like another sand color or something. It feels quite awkward, like you've mixed the wrong figure together, or you've swapped legs with another character. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of that. It looks better in the show to me. As the figures, I would put them lower, but in the show, they look pretty good. So, I'll go great for that. Then we have Kai's merge suit. I'll go great. Big fan of these suits. Again, there's not much to say about these suits. They're pretty simplistic, but for what they are, they're very nice. I really like the Season 1 suits. Then we have the mech pilot suit. I like Kai's mech pilot suit. I like how it's got the dark orange legs. Not the dark orange, sorry. The dark red. There we go. But, again, the mech suits just don't do much for me. They're a bit pointless in general. In the show, they're quite pointless. In the sets, they were pretty pointless in, like... The climber suits are just so much better that it kind of confused me why they're there. Then we have Climber Kai. To be honest, I might put Climber Kai in peak. I love this suit. It might be a bit biased. Obviously, Kai's my favorite ninja, and I love the Climber suits. Might be a bit biased, but yeah, I think this is a peak suit. I think this is easily Kai's best suit in Dragon's Rising. You could argue the Draconis form, but apart from that, I don't think you really can. It looks so nice on Kai. The dark shoulder pads, the belt. It's just a really nice suit. I really like the climber suit on Kai. Then we have his disguise as one of the wolf mask warriors. Meh, it's just Kai in a wolf mask outfit. I do like the wolf mask outfits, but for a Kai suit, obviously, not really a suit, but you know what I mean. It can go meh, like, it's just a disguise like the Aaron one. Then we have the Storm Suit Kai. I'm not a big fan of Storm Suit Kai. I don't like how the Storm Suits sort of have like that open chest design. Because it just doesn't look that nice to me. It's a bit all over the place. I might put Cole down to meh there. And then here. And then I might put Kai in meh as well. I do not really like his Storm Suit. Yeah, we'll go meh. Then we have his... What are they called? I keep forgetting. Anyway, his Season 3 Part 2 suit. I'll remember it in a sec. I like this suit on Kai. I like it more than the Cole suit. But still not the biggest fan. I'll go good. It's alright. The Spectral suits. There we go. It's alright. I just don't really like these suits. They're a bit all over the place. And yeah, not the best. Then we have Draconis Kai. I'll put him with the others and his Draconis form in near peak. There's nothing really holding them back from peak, to be honest. I might put them in peak. These are pretty peak suits. So, yeah, nothing really holding them back. I like the normal Draconis form suits as well. They look really nice. They really pop, especially in that last scene of Season 4, where they're in the monastery. It might be the lighting of that scene, but the suits really pop. They look really nice in that scene specifically, and the other scenes, but that one, yeah, on Nia, you can see there on Nia, it just pops for some reason. It looks really nice, yeah. So I'll go with that. Now we're moving on to Lloyd. I really like Lloyd's core suit. I won't put it near peak, I'll put it great, but Lloyd has one of the better core suits to me. It's very nice. I like the really bright lime green. Looks pretty good, and you've got the dark green, bunch of different greens that mix. The legs being a different color doesn't feel as awkward with Lloyd. So, I'll go great for that. Then we have his Season 1 suit, his merge suit. I'll go great again. All the merge suits will probably go in great because they're all pretty similar and all pretty good. So, that's where that'll go. Then his disguise suit can go in meh again. I like the hat. It's pretty cool, but it's nothing special. I like Lloyd's mech suit. This is different to the figure because it's more of a like shiny green, if you know what I mean. So you look at Lloyd's mech suit and then look at Lloyd's, say, climber suit. His mech suit, I'm not sure. Kai's is a little bit, Cole's definitely isn't. But Lloyd's mech suit is really shiny. Nia's is, which I quite like. I might put Lloyd's mech suit in great because of how nice and like metallic-y looking it is, which kind of suits the mech suit idea. I'm not sure why it's not on, say, Kai. It might be, but I've watched season 2 pretty recently. I don't remember it being like that. Nia's is, but I really like that glossy sort of shiny effect to the mech suits. So Lloyd's can go in great. And then Lloyd's climber suit will go near peak. I This is just a great suit. I love the climber suit so much. They're so cool. And the shoulder pads are really nice. It's just a great suit. Then we have Lloyd's master suit. This one's hard because in terms of how it was executed, I'm not the biggest fan of this suit, but it's either peak or near peak. I'll go peak, to be honest. I really like this suit. It's such an original design for Lloyd's suit. Obviously, it's sort of reminiscent of the end of season 5 where he takes Lord Garmadon's robes. It's just, I remember when we saw this figure getting revealed, I was so excited, and it might have not been executed the best because I thought Lloyd was just going to wear that for now on and be sort of like the Master Wu role, which didn't really happen. Not the biggest problem, but the suit itself is really nice. It's a very unique looking suit for Lloyd, which give it extra points. So I'll go peak for this one. Then Lloyd's tournament suit. I'm a huge fan of Lloyd's tournament suit. Can go near peak. Arguably, yeah, let's go peak for this suit. I think it just suits Lloyd's new color, which he got in Dragon's Rising, the brighter green. It really suits the tournament sort of outfit design. Easily top 1 or 2 tournament designs. Maybe we'll get to it. There is one that can rival it, but yeah, Lloyd's tournament design is really nice. Then we have his mech suit. Not his mech suit, sorry, his storm suit. I like it more than Kai and Cole's, but I'm still not the biggest fan of it. Obviously, it uses the dark green, which compared to the rest of his Dragon's Rising suits doesn't make the most sense. I'll give it good. I like the hood more. It's a good suit, but not my favorite. The storm suits aren't that great. To be honest, Season 3 didn't have that great suits in general. Lloyd's Season 3 suit is pretty good. I'll go great for this one. It's probably the best of the spectral suits. We'll get to the worst one soon. But I like it. I like the dark red. Makes it pop a little bit more, very unique for Lloyd. So we'll go great for that one. Then we have Enemy Lloyd, who I might put in near peak. The idea of this suit, which as I explained in the season 4 review, of it being the darker version of Lloyd, just having Lloyd's same suit but darker is pretty unique, and I do like how it looks in that darker color scheme. But it still has the similar problems that the spectral suit does. But I'll go near peak for that. Then we have Lloyd's Draconis form suit. Probably the best Draconis form suit, so I'll go near peak, and then Draconis form can go peak. I really like how it looks on Lloyd. It might be because of how he acts with it on, but this is a great suit for Lloyd. One of my favorites. Lloyd has got a lot of great designs in Dragon's Rising, as you can tell by the tier list. But that's Lloyd. Now for Nia's core suit, I do like. I'll go great. One of the better core suits. But yeah, I don't have many problems with it. I like the light blue arm, then the silver arm. I like how they did that with the core suits, the mixing and matching of arms. It looks better on some than others, but it's quite unique for the suits and definitely makes them different to other ones where most of them have the same color arms on both sides. So it does make it a bit different, but not the best. Then again, we'll go great with Nia's suit. I like how Nia uses a lot of grey in Dragon's Rising. Most of the time it looks pretty good. There are exceptions, but most of the time it looks pretty good. Her mech suit can go in grey as well because of the thing I said with Lloyd's. For some reason it seems to only be, let me check, mech suit Kai. We can't get it up quickly. But I'm pretty sure Kai's mech suit isn't metallic, so again, the metallic just pushes up a bit because it's very unique and just looks great. Climber Nia, not my favorite climber suit. I'm not the biggest fan of the grey on this suit. I like it more on the Season 1 suit. But I'll go great for her. Not the best climber suit. Her tournament suit is peak. Specifically the figure. The figure is easily up there with the Lloyd. They just look really nice. Like the full light blue aqua color looks really good on Nia. And yeah, it's just a nice consistent color scheme. It just looks like a great figure to me. Then, like I said, the problem with Nia is the aqua color is so much better on Nia as the main color than the dark gray. Because dark gray is just not that interesting. Like, why is that the main color? Which is why I'm going to put a storm suit in Mare. And we might be getting our first battle. I do not like Nia's spectral suit. I think, as you can see by where the rankings are, the Nia suits with the most aqua are better. They just pop more. Obviously, it suits her elemental power more. And to me, this suit is the most out of all the spectral suits that feels all over the place. You've got dark orange, which suits some of the spectral suits, but doesn't really suit Nia. Then you've got the hood piece, which feels a bit random because there's barely any aqua. So overall, it's just a bit of a mixed match suit, and not the biggest fan of it. Then we have Draconis Nia. I'll go great. Another Draconis form. Nia's Draconis form is not as good as the others. I don't know why. It might be the grey, but I'll go near peak for that. Still good, but this just doesn't pop to me as much as some of the others do. So yeah, we'll go near peak. Then we have Child Sora. I'll go good. It's just a basic kids administration Imperium outfit. I mean, there's nothing to complain about, but it's alright. Then we have, I really like this design, Sora's urban child outfit. I like the jacket. I remember when we saw this photo, because we saw every photo for Season 3 before it came out. I feel like we knew everything. We might talk about that in another video. But anyway, getting sidetracked. I really like this outfit. I think it suits Sora's character well. The sort of puffer jacket. You see her gold hand, which, again, is confusing. We'll get to that when we talk about some future suits. But, yeah, like that. Sora's disguise can go meh. There's not much to it. Her original suit can go great. I feel like I liked it more in Season 1 and then less by the time I got to Season 3. Maybe just because it's in it too much. But it's a good suit for Sora. Not her best, but pretty good. Disguise will go meh. Again, like I've said for all the other disguises, it's just a henchman with the ninja's face on it. Like, yeah, not much to say. Sora's tournament suit, I want to go near peak for this. I really like this suit. Keep the metal arm, which we're about to get to. And yeah, it's just a great suit overall. I really like Sora's tournament suit. Could arguably go peak, but I think there is a better Sora suit, which is Stopia, which is the spectral suit. Sora easily has the best spectral suit. It's got more of a, I want to say, it kind of looks like, not sprinkles, but you know how, like the design of it. I do have a problem, not a problem with this suit, but I'm a bit confused. As you can see with all the rest of the Sora suits, apart from the disguises, which can be, it doesn't make sense why she has the metal arm for the Season 1 suit, and then has it for the Season 2 suit, but then doesn't have it for the Season 3 suit. I'm confused whether it's a design or she actually has a metal arm. Because with the urban outfit, you see her hand, it's golden. It's very confusing. I feel like it's not a big problem, but we do need that explained. Does Sora have a robotic arm? Does she just wear it because she likes tech, which would also make sense? And why is she still not wearing it? Why was she wearing it and stopped? Like, a lot of questions that kind of need to be answered, to be honest. But not a problem with this suit. This Sora suit's great. Zane's core suit can go in great. Easily the most... Oh, it can go good, actually, because it's... I was about to say easily the most basic core suit because it doesn't have those like sort of wild other colors that say Kai's or Jay's did. It's very basic. It's easily the most sort of bland of the core suits, but it's like a good Zane suit. I'd say good. Then Zane's merge suit can go great. His disguise detective one can go. Man, I'm not the biggest fan of this outfit. His mech suit can go good because it doesn't have the metallic sort of design, which would be harder on Zane to do, but it's alright. Then we have Climber Zane. I'm not the biggest fan of Climber Zane. It just doesn't look as nice as, say, Climber Lloyd or Climber Kai, even Cole's Climber suit. So I'll go great for Zane's. Zane's tournament suit, again, maybe Zane's just doesn't do much for me, his suits, but I'll go great. It's still got the nice look of the tournament suit, but yeah, it doesn't really pop to me or anything. It's just alright. Then Zane's big suit, his big outfit, whatever you want to call it. If this was in terms of how useless it is, it would go on bad because this was literally pointless. But as a design, I still don't really like it. Probably because of how useless it is. But it's also very bulky. I don't like the head. I don't really like it. I don't like it. It does make sense because, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of this outfit, of this design for Zane. It also is a bit confusing why he didn't keep it or why he didn't fix it. I don't know. To me, whenever I think of this suit, I just think about problems that it created in Season 3 and how bad Zane was in Season 3, and this suit kind of reminds me of it. So there's all sort of like a automatic bias to me not liking this suit. So yeah. Storm suit Zane can go in good. Not the best storm suit. Better than Nia's, definitely. Better than Kai's, probably, and better than Cole's. Still not that great. I'd put it on the same level as Lloyd's. He's easily got one of the better storm suits. Draconis Zane does look nice with the aqua arms. I really like that on Zane. And his Draconis form could go peak. Yeah, oh, here we have it. The combining with the mech, or combining with Sora's jet and stuff. That outfit for Zane doesn't help it because it's a little bit better. We'll put it in good, but still not the biggest fan of it. I just don't like the big thing for Zane because it kind of reflects how badly he was written in that season. Yeah, I just don't like it. Now onto Wildfire. Kid Wildfire, I actually really like this design. It's very cool. I like how she's got a bit of shorter hair, but still the same thing. And her outfit's a little bit different, but you can tell it sort of looks like her Season 1 outfit. Yeah, I like it. Same with Wildfire Season 1 outfit as an adult. I just like this design. The hairpiece, very unique hairpiece. It only came in the Monkey Kid set before. I don't remember her name, but that girl that was on the moon. So, unique hairpiece to bring back. I like the horn piece. Yeah, it's a very good suit. I like Wildfire's outfit. The disguise can go, man, not the biggest fan. Then we have Wildfire's tournament suit and on. This is hard because in terms of how in figures it might go bad because of how much we've got of her. But it actually is a pretty good design. I like the hair down for Wildfire. It suits her becoming more like civilized and not having like a dragon horn in her head. I do like the design. Obviously, it's become a bit stale. We are getting the updated design with part 2, which I like. And it seems to be an upgrade to this suit, not a new suit. Similar to, what's an example here? There's definitely one. I mean, you could say, technically Aaron's tournament suit. Not really. Is there? I mean, the Draconis forms, you could say. But let me think of an example. Hunted. Sort of like Hunted or better example, Master of the Mountain, where you have the core suits and then they add on the armor to it. That seems like what it's going to be, which I'm fine with. So, yeah, we'll go great for Wildfire. Euphrasia's original design is good. Her Same with the tournament one. I'll go great for those two. It's not much to say with Euphrasia's designs. I like the hood. It's just okay. Basically just a cloud monk, but with more aqua color. Baby Rai's design is great. Same with this one. And then I do near peak. Oh, we'll go peak for his massive design. The set would not be in near peak because of that jaw. But his actual design in the show is very cool. And yeah, I think that's it for the tier list. That's all the suits we got. Might do an updated one if there's enough requests for it when part 2 comes out. Let me know what your guys' thoughts. Did I say anything crazy? Is there anything you disagree with? Do you think the Spectral Nia suit's overhated? Do you think any of these suits are overrated? Yeah, let me know. Look forward to the videos coming out next week and appreciate it. Goodbye.